The way we talk to ourselves in the privacy of our own minds actually really does matter. It matters quite a bit. And so you have to start telling yourself different things over and over and over again. You're making new neural connections and learning to respond to yourself differently, and it takes time. So jot it down, put it in your phone, write it on a piece of paper on your table, and take it with you. Begin the process of relating to yourself differently. Pillar 2, care, don't carry. I love this quote by Stoic philosopher Epictetus. Quote, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things beyond the power of our will." Close quote. Care, don't carry is about the power of radical acceptance and letting go in the face of everything that we can't control. And there's a whole heck of a lot of things that we can't control. Now, how about some real talk? I know that for a lot of you, a combination of factors, including AI, including budget reductions, may likely mean some restructuring, some strategic workforce reductions, changing roles, changing titles, changing workloads. Now, all of that, that's tough stuff, just on a human level, okay? It's heavy, it can be emotionally taxing for everyone, especially for leaders. Compassionate agility means staying emotionally connected to the human toll of change, while at the same time accepting that much of that toll is, as Epictetus says, beyond the power of our will. When I was working on my PhD in Chicago, neuroscientist Jean Desidé and his colleagues at U of C published some really interesting research showing that ER doctors have decreased activation in the brain centers that process empathy as compared to non-physicians. The researchers hypothesized that ER physicians have learned to dampen or downregulate their pain empathy response in order to, as they put it in the discussion of the article, quote, "free up cognitive resources necessary for being of assistance," close quote. It's not that the doctors don't care. Of course they care. They wouldn't have become a physician if they didn't. It's that they know that caring too much is going to get in the way of being helpful. By the way, any Dr. Robbie fans here? Yes! I just finished season 2. I actually preferred season 1 of The Pit a little bit more than season 2. Anyway, here's what I want to say. Amidst changes and challenges in leadership, yes, you need to create a safe container for your teams to process the hard stuff. But do not yourself become that container. Don't take that on. No one will be helped if your compassion results in you drowning underneath the weight of somebody else's emotional distress. Now, maybe you're out there thinking, okay, that sounds nice. I should care but not carry. I'm an empath. How do I do that? A lot of the best leaders are actually quite empathetic. You know, they come across being, very efficient and sort of, hardened on the outside, but they've got really soft hearts. If that's you, you might be thinking, how do I do that? Here's what I want to say to you. The key to caring without carrying is to radically accept what's within your power and what's outside your power as a caring and efficient leader. I like to think of it in terms of 2 buckets like this. So let's say you're in the middle of a strategic workforce reduction, some layoffs, okay? Some people, some positions have been let go. Others are worried they might hear that news any day. Anxiety abounds, ambiguity everywhere. What is within and outside your power, let's say in a meeting with your leadership team to discuss some of these changes? Let's start with what you can do, what's within your power. First of all, before the meeting, you can shore up your inward boundaries and get in a good place. You can remind yourself, hey, I'm a supporter, not a savior. Care, don't carry. Just those slogans can shift it for you a little bit. You can relay facts with candor. Clear is kind, right? That slogan gets thrown around a lot, but it's just true. You can say, hey, folks, not everything is clear yet, but let me tell you exactly what is. Let me spell it out for you. I want to keep you in the loop. You can create a case for change. This is really important. Really taking time to walk through. What does this mean for me, for us? What are the benefits of this change? What will it mean for our citizens? And even more importantly, what are the consequences if we do not lean into this new operating model? If we don't go through all the mess and the chaos of moving to a new operating system or a new platform? What happens then to our citizens, to our organization, to our teams, to us? You can ask supportive questions. How is this affecting you? What's the hardest part? What can I do as your leader to support you? And then just listen. Equally important is thinking about the things you can't control. First up, big feelings. People are going to have them. As Mel Robbins says, let them, okay? Anxiety, overwhelm, grief, frustration, it's all going to be there and it's all part of it. Take a deep breath. It is what it is. Conflicts. When things are changing, people are going to have different points of view. That's normal. That's actually good. Let them have their different points of view. Let them have it out. Ongoing discomfort. People struggling with all the ambiguity, the loss, the disruption to whatever is perceived as normal. And there may be personal impacts to whatever change you're navigating. Changes to your own life and your career. Again, radical acceptance, letting go. Summing this all up. In order to care but not carry, it's really important to consciously release your grip on things you can't control and then own and really dig into the things that you can do. Give yourself that agency. So we're going to make this a little bit more personal. What is one thing currently outside your power that may require radical acceptance and letting go? Something related to your professional life. There's really not much you can do about it, but it worries you. Maybe keeps you up at night sometimes, but there's nothing to be done about it, at least right now. And I'd like you to talk at your table for just a little bit. Just share with somebody next to you what that thing is and listen to what they have to say. And then we'll circle back in a little bit. So go ahead and have that conversation.